Hello, and welcome to PettyNOMICS, where we discuss the pettiness of our current economic environment and propose solutions to it all. I am your host, better known as Permission to Exist, where you will find all my content on my first channel. My second channel is A Deeper PTE, and PettyNOMICS is the newest and third channel in the series of Permission to Exist. We will probably have a very small crowd over here today, but a crowd is a crowd nonetheless. And we will be discussing the Popeyes Chicken Sandwich craze and why, to me, it is actually no surprise that they have been as successful as they are. So welcome to everybody as you stream into the room. This is our very first live stream from the PettyNOMICS channel. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. If you're in the room, just let me know if you can hear me. And I'm going to get started. Thank you so much. Hi and welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started for the sake of playback, because on the playback, they don't have the benefit of the live watch. So all the pauses and things are not a lot of fun for re-listening. Perfect. Hi, everybody. We'll probably have a small crowd, but we will have a good crowd nonetheless. So our topic today, we are discussing this Popeyes chicken sandwich craze that actually started last year. And I actually wanted to address it a while back, but just kind of forgot and got swept up into other things. Give me 1 second. Let me fix my mic. Okay. So hopefully the sound should be a little bit better now. But welcome to those of you who are joining to the first live stream. We're going to go ahead and get into this discussion. And primarily what I'm talking about today is why the success of this sandwich is no surprise to me. It's not a surprise. So we are going to base it off of this article. Hi there, welcome. I appreciate you guys' support so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. You really have no idea. So let's talk about this really quick. This sandwich caused a lot of controversy last year. It's kind of died down at this point, but there was actually a lot of really kind of bad events tied to it. Like people went to jail. Some people got seriously injured behind this sandwich. So there's been a lot of drama and chaos surrounding this sandwich. So I wanted to talk about it for a very specific reason. And the reason I'm doing it on this channel is because it kind of ties in to a video I did called Poised for Takeover: How to Succeed in Any Business Today. And the premise of that video is it's not hard to succeed anymore in business. It really isn't. In spite of all the different obstacles that have been placed in the way, some accidentally, some on purpose, in spite of all of those, it's actually fairly easy to succeed in business today. It's pretty easy, and we're going to discuss why really quick. So let's go through this really brief article. It's very short, and then I'll share my thoughts on why the success of this sandwich is not a surprise to me. So first, it says Popeyes is giving investors something to love. The popular chicken sandwich drove same-store sales of 34% during the fourth quarter at Popeyes, crushing Wall Street expectations of 15%. Excuse me, 15%. Popeyes launched an iconic chicken sandwich that has proven to be a game changer for the brand in every way. Popeyes' parent company, Restaurant Brand CEO Jose Seal, said in a statement, Popeyes' jaw-dropping fourth quarter comes on the heels of a pretty impressive third quarter when the chicken chain reported same-store sales growth of 9.7%. After 2 years of innovation, Popeyes launched its first ever chicken sandwich on August 12, 2019. With 4 seemingly simple ingredients: a buttered brioche bun, Cajun-inspired mayonnaise, a crispy fried chicken fillet, and naturally brined pickles, Popeyes had no idea it was about to change the fast food chicken sandwich game in America. This is a big moment for our brand. This has been the biggest launch in the history of Popeyes, if not QSR. Popeyes America's president, Felipe Atide, told Yahoo Finance in an interview at the time, "It's going to be a cultural phenomenon. We just launched the iPhone of chicken sandwiches." The chicken sandwich craze. After a Twitter feud between rivals Chick-fil-A and Wendy's, the Popeyes Chicken Sandwich went viral and sold out in stores in just 2 short weeks. The chicken chain was expecting the supply to last for at least 3 months, but the unintended viral social media attention drove huge levels of traffic to stores and wiped out chicken supplies within weeks. It took Popeyes about 3 months to bring back the chicken sandwich on November 3rd, 2019. And then here are the main numbers for Restaurant Brand's fourth quarter compared to Bloomberg estimates. Here are the numbers there. I'm actually not going to read them, but I will read this first one. The revenue was $1.48 billion versus the $1.47 billion expected. And then we'll close with this and I'll share my thoughts. Burger King delivered its strongest year of restaurant growth in the last 2 decades, Sills said. At Tim Hortons, our performance did not reflect the incredible power of our brand, and it's clear that we have an opportunity, a large opportunity, to refocus on our founding values and what has made us famous with our guests over the years, which will be the basis for our plan in 2020. Okay, so that was just a very brief article just to give you a little background on how well Popeyes did with this sandwich. And a lot of the conversation around it afterward, people were really like, there was mixed reviews. Some people ranted and raved about it. Other people were like, it's no big deal. It's just a chicken sandwich. Why is everyone making such a big deal? So I'm going to tell you guys why everyone was making such a big deal. First of all, the first question that might be on your minds is, did I try it? And the answer to that question is, absolutely. Of course I did. Are you kidding me? Did you see this thing? Look at that. You think I didn't try that? Oh, I absolutely tried that sandwich. And guess what? It was delicious. Okay? So this is all my opinion. This is just how I feel. But yes, I absolutely tried a sandwich that looks like that. Okay? And I was not disappointed. Now, that was prior to when they sold out. So I tried the sandwich before they ran out. Then I tried it again after they came back, and it was not the same. I will say that, but that's not what we're here to discuss. I'm here to discuss pre-run out Popeyes chicken sandwich. Let me tell you, and my feline has started eating, I guess since we're talking about food. So she's in the room and her presence has been acknowledged. Let's talk about why this, for the people who loved it, why they loved it, and why Popeyes did such a good thing, okay? First of all, it's delicious. In my personal opinion, it's delicious. It's very true to life. So the sandwich itself actually looks like the picture. You get the bun pretty intact, just like that. You get a giant fillet of chicken. It was crispy and delicious and big and very, very, very satisfying. So that's the first thing they did right. They actually made an effort to satisfy hunger, okay? A lot of these restaurants, I have a lot of ought and beef with the majority of the restaurants that are out there today because it's like they've forgotten that we're actually hungry. I think they think we come just to feel good about ourselves, when in reality, we're coming here because we're actually hungry. So the first thing that Popeyes did right is they offered up something that human beings would eat and actually enjoy eating. It's like I enjoyed my sandwich. I didn't even go home. I just pulled over in the parking lot and ate it complete. I devoured it. I devoured it like I hadn't eaten in months, which kind of brings me to my second point, which is I think we're all hungry. The reason this sandwich brought out the worst of humanity is because we're all starving to death. Doesn't anybody see that? That the reason people would wreck their own vehicles, inflict violence on other human beings, get into fisticuffs, get arrested, okay, is because we're all so hungry. We are hungry. My message to the restaurant and food industries, if you ever come across this video by chance, is that we are starving to death. We are hungry. We are tired of all this little dried up food. We really are. We're tired of it. I don't know how many of you have Uber Eats or Grubhub in your city, or some of you may have Postmates. things like that, anything that will deliver food for you. Does anyone else get depressed as you sit there and scroll through the menu options that are available to you? I actually meant to screenshot a few and put them on the screen, but I just wanted to go ahead and get started. But does anyone else get sad when you just look at your food options surrounding either your home or on your apps, Uber Eats, Postmates, things like that? I get really sad. And I actually live in a big city. I live in a big, highly economical, buzzing city. So I'm not in the podunks, I'm not in the sticks. So to me, there's no excuse. But there are some nights where I'll scroll the whole thing and I get so sad, I just put my phone down and go to sleep because it's like, I don't want any of this. It all looks disgusting and dry. You understand? So Popeyes has really tapped in to the simple fact that we are all very, very, very hungry. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is they kept it simple. Okay? Very simple sandwich, 4 ingredients, nothing super spectacular necessarily, but they kept it simple and did it well. Now, if I was going to give any advice to Popeyes, it would be to pretty much get rid of everything else on your menu and go with this. Lean into this. Just get rid of it all. Get rid of all the chicken pieces, the shrimp, everything. Get rid of all of it. And just lean into this because this is what people want. Now, see, here's where businesses go wrong. You saw the demand. You saw the chaos. You saw the drama. You saw people willing to wait for hours to get this sandwich. Lean into that. Lean into that. Don't go making anything new. Don't come up with new menu items. Don't try to make this happen again. Because in many ways, you probably got lucky. Somebody was willing to take a chance. Because I guarantee you there was somebody that fought this in the corporate office, but someone overrode them and actually took a chance on this sandwich, and look what happened. You're not going to do that again. It's not going to happen twice for you. So right now, what you need to do is lean into this. I wouldn't be Popeyes Chicken and Biscuits anymore. I would be Popeyes Chicken Sandwiches, fries, and biscuits. And that's all you're getting. And truly, that's all people want. You see what I mean? So this is really not about me going on and on about the Popeyes chicken sandwich. It's about showing you and showing anyone from those industries that happens to listen, this is your moment. The people have spoken. They are telling you what they want. They're telling you what they'll wait for. They're telling you what they're willing to wreck their vehicles up for. So if they're telling you what they're willing to do, give it to them and stop with everything else. Because honestly, like I've always liked, Popeye's chicken. But there are days when you go and it's absolutely disgusting. It's dry, it's small, the chicken looks really sad. You know what I mean? So it's very hit and miss. So I don't go very often, but I'll get in my car and go get a sandwich every now and then. So why not just lean into this? Do you see what I mean? Let's see here. Along those lines, part of the reason Popeyes may or may not have succeeded, who knows, is because they were actually willing to listen to their customer for once. The reason a lot of businesses and restaurants in particular fail is because they do not like to actually listen to their customer. Your customer is the one who wants to give you their money. You can never forget that. They want to give you their money. They showed up ready and willing to give you their money. You didn't have to chase them down. They came to you. So you want to meet people who are willing to give you their money. You want to meet their expectations and exceed them so they'll come give it to you again. Isn't that the goal? It's like they don't care or they don't understand that very simple principle. So that leads me to my next point, which is any of these restaurants could do this. McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. I know the article said Burger King reported its second, I'll take this off so I don't make y'all too hungry, like its second highest quarter or something like that. Burger King delivered its strongest year of restaurant growth in the last 2 decades. I don't know how, because the last couple of times I've gone to Burger King has been absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So I don't know how they continue to grow, but the point is they could all have a Popeyes chicken sandwich moment. But they would have to take a moment to relieve themselves of the narcissism truly, and truly listen to their customers and what the customers want. Go through the menu with the customers and say, do you like this? Is this good? Do you like that? And we would tell you, no, it's nasty. That's nasty. We don't want that. Please don't serve that anymore. Serve more of this. You understand? I'll close on this thought because I really didn't have much to say. I just wanted to share this article and these thoughts. Is that when I was in corporate, I remember among the last couple of years I was there, they started talking about this customer-centered journey, customer-focused journey, focus on the customer, focus on the customer. And I remember thinking the whole time they would put us through these trainings, who were you focusing on before? If you weren't focusing on the customer before, who were you focusing on? And if you weren't focusing on the customer, the one who's actually giving you their money, then it's no wonder your business is struggling and failing. So if it wasn't the customer's voice you were listening to and listening out for previously, who were you listening to before? And my truest hope for the future, and my goal for the future, and part of the reason I do this channel, is the hope that I'll help shape the future towards what we actually want in our society, which is these industries that have access to these resources and things. We actually want them, not in a narcissistic way, but we want them to serve us, if that makes sense. Why exist if all you're pumping out is a bunch of products that are going to end up in a landfill? You're making a bunch of things nobody asked for, therefore nobody buys, and those things that don't get bought ultimately end up in a landfill. So why do that when you could actually take that same amount of time, money, effort, and resources and put it into products and services that people actually want? That's all that I'm saying. It's a mutually beneficial relationship because the customer is giving you more of their money because you're giving them more of what they're asking for. It's meant to be that way. Right now, these companies just come up with these wild ideas and create products that nobody actually asked you for. Then they get upset and start making excuses for why their products and services aren't selling. Well, no one asked you for it in the first place. So that's kind of the objective of all of this. I hope Popeyes takes note, leans in, listens. Hey, people are starving to death. They're actually really hungry, like really hungry. So why don't you lean into this and capitalize on it, feed the people and make some money? And that's all. That's all I was going to say. So I'm going to read through your comments really quick and then we'll close. This might be the shortest live stream I've ever done on any of my channels. Hi, everybody. Thank you to those of you who popped in and are watching. We're going to be doing more content over here as well because I have a lot of things to say this year and I want to get them out so I can take my year break. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hello, hello. Let's see. Says the iPhone of chicken sandwiches. iPhone didn't sell out and iPhones aren't limited time. Right. I know, right? How shameful was that for them to run out? But you know what I think it was? Again, they didn't realize how hungry people really are. People are starving. Like y'all don't think people are starving? And this is me drifting over into my other channel, my primary channel, Permission to Exist. But maybe we're having so many problems out of narcissistic individuals because everyone is really, 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 really hungry. Because you guys know that they've stripped the majority of the nutrients out of the food. You do know that, right? So most of us are eating like facsimiles of food, and that goes for the vegans as well. You know, you want to make sure that you're getting nutrient-rich vegetables, nutrient-rich fruits, and things of that nature. Otherwise, you're eating paper and cardboard like the rest of us. So maybe that's why everyone has gone so insane. We're all hungry, but we don't realize that we're hungry. You understand? I have some higher level thoughts about food, but I'm not going to get into that over here. But personally, I believe, and I know this is going to sound crazy, it's going to have a lot of shock value to it, but I believe we're supposed to be eating more food similar to the Popeyes Chicken Sandwich. Oh my God, how could she say that? How could she say that? How could she suggest that we eat more food like this? Hear me out. All right. And this is no offense to my vegans and my pescatarians. I totally respect your lifestyle. Hear me out, though. This is what I'm saying. I said I wasn't going to get into this, and here I am. So you look at that and you say junk food, fast food, not good for you, right? Okay, I hear you. I won't debate you. However, here's why I think we're supposed to be eating more food like this. Because there's fat in this sandwich. There's fat in that chicken breast. There's fat in the mayonnaise. There's probably some fat in the bread as well. And I know that they've convinced us that we're not supposed to be eating fat, but on a super high level, not going to go there type conversation, yes, we are. And that's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. But I think we need to get back to more like food. Even if it's not this in particular, we need more real food again. We're not eating real food right now, you guys. Not really, unless you're cooking it yourself, obviously. But overall, like we are not eating food. Like our grandparents ate food. And a lot of them lived to be pretty old. And they ate food like this. They would take a chicken breast, slap it between two pieces of white bread, put some mayonnaise on it and eat it. And a lot of them lived to be pretty old. So all I'm saying is maybe not Popeyes, maybe not something commercial, but we need to be eating food again. I think this is why everybody's going nuts. Everybody's starving to death. Let's see here. It says, I learned how to make brioche buns just for this sandwich. It was delicious. Let me tell you something. I really was not aware of brioche buns before this sandwich. And oh, wow, they've totally changed my life. I don't know what's in brioche. They put a lot of egg in there, right? And you know what? Why speculate? We can just look it up. Let's see. What's in brioche buns? If there's egg in there, that explains so much. And that totally proves my point. Let me see. What is a brioche bun made? Boom. Boy, I tell you, sometimes, what is a brioche bun made of? Brioche bread is made with butter, eggs, milk, and a touch of sugar. And I don't know if maybe that's what all bread is made of. I'm sitting here gloating. Maybe that's what all bread is made of. But I think there's a high content of egg, which makes it closer to a real food than not. Do you see what I mean? So if you're eating eggs, butter, do you see what I mean? Like you're eating real food. We won't go there, you guys, because I know food is like a super touchy subject and it's highly controversial, my thought process regarding it. But if you want to know where I got it from, Google a video called Butter Makes Your Pants Fall Off. It's called Butter Makes Your Pants Fall Off by, I want to say Bob Griggs, but it's called Butter Makes Your Pants Fall Off. And that video changed my life, y'all. I know we're supposed to be talking about economics and business, but I guess this is all related in a way because it's related to life and life is economics. But that video changed my life. Butter Makes Your Pants Fall Off. It completely changed the way I look at food. And it is the basis of what I'm saying to you right now, which is, okay, maybe not the commercial, chicken sandwich, but maybe try a chicken sandwich every now and then if you're not vegan. And I apologize to the vegans. I can't offer you any advice. I'm not educated in that arena. So I cannot offer any advice to the vegans regarding, how to eat or fat intake or anything. So I apologize for that. But for those who are meat eaters still, maybe try eating a real sandwich every now and then. Just every now and then. And see how you feel. Because they've told us all this stuff is bad for us. And so we stopped eating it because we believe them. And look at people's health is collapsing. We have mental health issues going through the roof, all kinds of different little health problems. And most of the time these people are, eating, quote unquote, correctly according to the dietary guidelines. And they're not well. They're not well people. A lot of people are aging rapidly. Like I don't really say late 30s yet. I'm in my almost late 30s. I'm 37 now. So I look at some of my peers and I'm like, what happened? Like, I know that we're almost 40. I get that. But 40 don't look like this. Oh, man. What happened? And I think I know what happened. They stopped eating fat. They got told about 10 years ago, or a little bit over 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, fat was bad for you. You know, all this stuff is bad for you. Stop eating it. They stopped, and they look horrible. And I mean that from a place of love. Like, you're aging too fast. Like, you're going way too fast for this. You know what I mean? And I never stopped eating this kind of stuff. And I'm not encouraging you to be like me. You know what I mean? Like, you need to do what works for your body, what works for your health, what you and your doctor have agreed upon. I'm just speaking, just giving my overall generalized opinion, and that's it. Maybe people are going nuts because they are starving to death. There's the thesis and the summary of that statement. All right. Yep. So butter is the best. I agree. Butter is it, man. But I'll stop now before I get people upset, because I know we've come a long way with food and everyone's very health conscious now. But, revisit what health really means and what we really need for health. Revisit that and check out that video, Butter Makes Your Pants Fall Off by Bob Briggs. It's either Briggs or Griggs. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap. I think so. Yes, Christian. I think so. But I'm not a dietitian. Don't ask me. I'm not a doctor. This is all just my opinion. But you guys, thanks for checking out this live stream. Record time, less than 30 minutes. Just wanted to pop on and share this article with you. I thought it was relevant and something to think about. Those of you who are entrepreneurs or business people, listen to your customers. Pay attention to the feedback. If you strike gold, lean into that gold. Give people what they want, and they'll give you back what you want in return, which is their business. And that's pretty much all I was going to say. Take care, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'm sure I'll see you on one of my other channels. Bye-bye.